welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, and my sidekick, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we want to back up to a picture. I couldn't find the person's, I knew LJ. I called him LJ, but his last name, whoop, you lost him. Oh, you have him on there. Okay. LJ Grandin, Grandin. Now, how you get a Grandin in Pierrepoint, Louisiana, South Louisiana, I don't know, and happens to be a second cousin to Troy Landry. Shoot 'em, Liz. Shoot 'em, Liz. They are popular. They are really doing well. And LJ, you're a heck of a nice guy. Thank you for assisting me in looking at that home that you and your friend own in Natchez, Louisiana.
Right. And then you went to a service at the track?
Oh yeah, I try to make the Tuesday afternoon service at the backside of the racetrack, Evangeline Downs. There's a nice little church service held every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And the preacher, minister is Dwight.
Right here?
Yeah, Dwight Brown, and local. In fact, he works for the police department, and he used to train horses, doesn't anymore, gave that up. And these are some of the, there was about 30 people in attendance, and here's Will Moe from the Lafayette area, along with Mr. Guidry on the left. I spoke with him. He used to be in the racehorse business, but he got crippled, but he still loves the industry and stays as close to it.
And a big
here's
meal.
Big, delicious meal they serve, and it's free. And just volunteers. Look at that. Volunteers helping out. And
I got two more photos. I got this one from OPAC in Eunice at the Customer Appreciation Day back on Monday.
We talked about it the last 2 weeks.
We talked a little bit about it, and I want to thank Celeste on the left and Angie in the middle and Amy on the right for being so nice and kind to me when I went over there trying to feed me full of popcorn and donuts and cold drinks. They had a good time. And a lot of people. You know, they did that kind of neat. They did Customer Appreciation Day at the 3rd of the month, the first business day of the month. That's when the majority of their customers come. So throw the party when you know the majority of people are coming. You know, they come pay on the 1st of the month. So
yeah.
They had a nice crowd. And then I went this past week over to Le Vieux Village, the old village here in town, and they dedicated the new house there, what they call the Jarrell home, and that's the bishop there, Bishop William Jarrell, not William Jarrell.
That's the brother. Michael.
I always want to do that. Bishop Michael Jarrell, his brother Billy was there as well. But the whole Jarrell family was there, and it was kind of a neat thing that they grew up in the house.
And that's where I held the Cub Scouts
meetings
was in this house right here. So I had some fond memories.
Really nice ribbon cutting.
And we had to push little Michael, the bishop. We had to push him. Billy and I would kind of, hey, go and play with your
was
little toys.
Bitty.
Yeah,
y'all were little, but he was little bitty.
Oh yeah, but we were big boys. We had our blue uniforms on, Boy Scout. Oh, we had to wear our uniforms to the meetings.
But a very nice event. I think they're going to use that home as the main offices now for tourists, because it's a nice big place. They got it all set up with the little push carts and all.
Clear, but it
really
sounded
nice.
Like that.
And they had nice food there. That's where I ate Miss Wanda Juno's bread pudding.
Oh no! Well, why you didn't invite me? You know I love that. You didn't know though. You would have invited me.
I want to leave plenty of bread pudding for me. And I also got to meet Mr. Bill Rodier, the new Sleed head guard.
I have it in here. I'm glad you brought it up.
I got to meet him and spoke to him a little while. Very nice guy. He's already making friends with Miss Melanie Lee LaBeouf, of course, who puts on all these big projects over there. And with Craig, he likes to bike and he likes to run, and they do a lot of biking and running as well. So Bruce introduces Bruce Godin, introduced us. So very nice guy.
Talking about that, Rotarian Bruce Godin, just recently the Opelousas Noon Rotary Club presented a $2,000 donation to the St. Landry Parish Veterans Memorial.
There you go.
Which we showed, and they're needing some money. They need some volunteers. You can make a donation if you'd like to, or you can get bricks named after you, your family members, your cousin, your neighbor across the street maybe can't afford the $50.
Put it in their name.
Put it in their name. That's correct. And buy you if you want to do that.
Another sponsor, the Medicine Shop. If you want to go by the Medicine Shop, they can help you. And of course, they got all those good MetaFast meals. If you go by, Dirk and Liz are both certified coaches in eating the MetaFast meals and what you need to do to change your habits. And the big thing with a lot of these diets is it's a lot of trouble to go find the stuff and get the ingredients. With MetaFast, your meal's already pre-made. It's good, it's delicious, it's easy for you to do in your fast lifestyle that you got going on. A lot of my friends on it have lost lots of weight. It works, it stays off. Give them a holler, don't forget about them for prescriptions. I mean, it's a full-blown pharmacy, so they've got prescriptions. They can do all the printing out of your records. If you've gotten medicine all year long and you need to follow it with your insurance, they can do that. They can also do all the copay meeting, and also you don't have to come up with the money out your pocket. They can help take care of all that for you. And diabetes type stuff, from the testing gear to all the medicines that you need, they can help you with that as well.
When you saw Vicky and Mr. Burt talking at the counter, they were sitting on the patio on the rear side of a brand new little casino built in Natchez, the Magnolia Bluffs Casino, Natchez, Mississippi. Real, not large, but very, very comfortable, high ceilings, not all smoky and everything. Just a nice new place and excellent food. They have a buffet, but they also have a fine dining. And if you go there and want this extra service, ask for Tyrone. Tyrone is the chef. Ask for Chef Tyrone. Big man. He might be walking by your table regardless, but ask for him. Then ask him what's the latest, freshest thing he has on the menu, right? That's a Bobby Dupre trait.
That's right.
When I go, I don't look at the menu. I just ask to see the chef or find out what the specials are of the day, because that's what they're preparing for. That's what you know they have, and it's going to be fresh and delicious. They're pushing that. And then you can sit there outside on this patio and catch the beautiful sunsets. And in the sunsets, you can catch across the road, across the river, there's a beautiful Comfort Inn, which I've stayed at, very nice place. And then you catch the Mississippi River Bridge that connects Louisiana, Vidalia, the city of Vidalia, and Natchez. And that thing lights up beautifully late in the afternoon and at night. Just a beautiful setting. And that's the Magnolia Bluffs Casino.
There you go.
Natchez, Mississippi. Brand new, open in December.
A week from today, next Thursday, CASA's Kids Benefit Brunch. That's the court-appointed special advocates to help kids that are caught in the legal system that need a hand. $25 a ticket for the brunch. It starts at 11 a.m. over at the Obelisk Civic Center. So go by. It's a good cause. You can call 948-3550. And I saw in the paper, 2 Port Barre students won the State Environmental Art Contest. They entered to draw this art to show off about Louisiana's natural resources. Trinice Robertson in Port Barre High won, and Noah Guitreau of Port Barre Elementary, and the 5-year-old to 7-year-old, my godchild's little boy. That's my nephew's little boy. That would be my great nephew. Congratulations.
How about that? When I saw that in the paper, I wanted to ask you.
But his grandma's an artist, Kat Guitreau. That's how he's learned. He learned from the best.
We know that's correct.
Right. You have any obituaries left?
Well, yes.
We're down to the wire.
Well, what we have, 5 minutes?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we're in good shape.
All right.
Well, we talked about Brother Ray, our sympathies, and then let's not forget Mr. Wilson Bork. Gail's.
Correct.
Oh, she's been a faithful friend.
Gail Stewart at Imperial, married to Larry.
Dupre Carrier, Gotcho, Opelousas Underwriters. I mean, she's been there for, I guess, 45 years.
Right.
Still does part-time for JE. Yeah, still works part-time for JE over at Imperial. By the way, Imperial, we're going to show you, they've just sold out. The investors who had bought us out have now sold to one of these equity firms out of New York City. We'll get you that next week. But Mr. Wilson Bork died, and if I remember right, when I was a kid, we'd go down to Little Tesh and we'd play. We were Boy Scouts, and we'd take a trip all the way. We thought we had gone to New Orleans, and we hadn't gone very far, but it was a good little walk back in those days, and we had to cut up on the way. But on Little Tesh, and of course that's where he's lived all of his life. His survivors, his sons Sidney Bork, and Glenn Bork, and Randy Bork. And of course, Randy's wife, Melanie, works with Imperial.
And Sidney's come with us on retreat as well.
That's correct. And Gail got several members over the years, jobs with us, and they were all good workers. Every one of them were excellent workers, as well as she was. But our sympathies, and when we finish taping on Wednesday, I'm going to go there. I don't know if you have time to go or not, but I'm going to the funeral home. The funeral services are being held by Sabille in Port Barre. So our deepest sympathies on the death of Mr. Wilson. Let's see, what was his age here? 91. Yeah, that's correct. You see?
And I were doing the math.
Yeah, 91. And we used to go crawfishing, and the Prudhoms, Paul Prudhomme, they lived not far from there, if my memory serves me correct. Then later they moved in on Laurent Street in Opelousas, and they built a little grocery store. And then the brother, Abel, bought the grocery store and operated it for years successfully. Then he sold it, and Greg Leday started his church in that same location.
Okay. I know where that's at then.
Well,
I got
that
it.
old mind works good on things like that. But thank God for what it does remember. And telling stories is my living. The sheriff says weapons may be concealed in car without a permit. You can put them in your console, or and if an officer stops you, I'm advised that you should advise him that you have the pistol in there. Right. He might want you to not go into that at all, or he might want to see it. But let him know that. But
you can have your weapon. It's an extension of your home, is the way the sheriff said it in his article.
Yep, that's what I wrote down. You gave me that little tip. Extension of home. And then seat belts and car seats are not optional. They're not optional. And now the car seats apply to the back seat also, not just the front, because for years it was only the front seat people. Now the children have to be really in special car seats that you purchase, and there's a certain
based
way
on their weight and their size.
Yeah, and there's a certain way to attach them.
Correct.
And if you're not sure, go over to a police department or the sheriff's office, or if you're near state troopers, and they'll assist you in properly teaching you how to buckle that child up, because that's very important. You could get a ticket if it's not properly done.
That is correct.
And I have a closing thoughts, of course. We always ask you to please attend the church of your choice.
Oh, but before the prayer, we talked about 3 Mile. Don't forget, if you haven't sent in your dues yet, you still got time to send them in. I see we got them rolling in. I got an email as we were talking from Jimmy Bertrand that he got a bunch in again today.
Good,
so if you need to get
we sent out a little reminder about 10 days ago, so please send in your money and help us out. We need your help. And a little thought. Give us the wisdom we need, Lord, to encourage others in their spiritual walk. We know we need your Spirit's power to do that. Use the gifts you have given us to help others along on their journey. May our words reflect the heart of God and His wisdom.
Excellent.
Boy, I'm getting to be that little book has got some good wise words.
Wise words is right.
Is what. And we want to thank you for viewing, and hopefully you can tell a friend that you saw them on TV, or you saw that picture, or you heard the story. And if you have anything that needs to be passed on, please let us know. Andrew, thank you very much.
Thank you.